Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and yeah, check these things out. These are new Masters of the Universe Micro Collection figures, which are now being found at Dollar Tree stores. That's right, these are dollar store Masters of the Universe action figures. So for $1 a piece, you get these very cool little micro figures. This was really neat. It was a bit of a surprise. I don't think we knew that these were coming, but I noticed a lot of people locating them, just finding them, stumbling upon them at their local Dollar Trees on social media. So I went to mine, and sure enough, there was just pegs and pegs and pegs stuffed with these things. Boy, if only everything could be as easy to find. And hey, for only $1, I mean, come on, that's a pretty sweet little deal. So we're going to get a closer look at these. I want to start with the packaging, where you can see that they look like the vintage Masters of the Universe packages, or the similar style packaging we've got for the Origins toy line. Red bursting rocks, the starry sky, the logo. It's very, very cool looking. There's really nothing on the back, just a bunch of copy there. So we've got our figure in a little blister bubble. You can see he's a pre-posed static figure, but it's really nice packaging. It's a really great presentation. And just so you guys can see it alongside an Origins figure to give you the idea of the scale, I've got that on screen for you. But they're really nice looking little packages. So, of these figures, there's He-Man, Merman, Man-at-Arms, Orko, and Skeletor. We're going to go and open them up. We're going to get a closer look at these micro action figures. All right, so we've got our 5 little micro action figures outside of the packaging. Just in case you guys are curious about the actual scale, if I bring in the tape measure here, you can see that they are standing about 2 inches tall, maybe just a little bit over that, but not by much at all. But these are really cool. Let's kind of move these aside. We'll get a look at them individually here. Let's go ahead and start with Skeletor, because of course, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? So each of the figures is standing on these little bases with a Masters of the Universe logo. I do want to point out that logo is different. That's not the one that's on the packaging. It's not the vintage style logo. In fact, here, let me get Merman's got a wider stance. You can see it better on here. That looks like their kind of newer Masters of the Universe logo. I think it's like their new logo for the brand in general. So that's really interesting. It looks a little bit different there. It's similar. It's definitely shaped similar, but it doesn't look exactly the same. But so we got these Masters of the Universe bases. You can see they're a little hollowed out on the bottom, but they're super sturdy. I mean, these little figures feel strong, and they've actually got a little bit of weight to them, which is really, really nice. So Skeletor here, I've got to say, I'm really impressed with the paintwork on his face, because he's got the yellow and green mixture there in the skull face. He's got bright red eyes. They're outlined in black. And then we've got the black for the teeth, the inside of the mouth, the nose. I mean, it's a lot of paint deco on this tiny little dollar store figure. It's quite impressive, and he definitely stands out amongst the rest of these figures. Otherwise, he's just in the blue and the purple, so there's not a lot of extra paint detail, but he looks great. And it's awesome, too, because they look like the action figures. I mean, look at the details on the back of the armor that makes it look like the action figure armor. I don't know, there's something about that I just really love. You can see that the Havoc staff's a little flexible there, but these are pretty cool. So Merman here is the one that the paint deco is not quite as clean on. You can see it's a little sloppy up here. So when I was looking at these at the Dollar Tree, I did notice that there were some sloppy paint amongst them, and I picked out the best ones I could find. So that's definitely something you want to look at while you're looking at these on the shelves. I think that's pretty typical for these dollar store type toys. But all in all, I mean, these are pretty good looking. Merman's definitely got the sloppiest paint out of all of them. But still pretty cool. You can see it's the toy-inspired Merman head. He's got a sweet corn-on-the-cob sword there. Man, these are really, really fun. So we'll bring it on over to He-Man there. You can see they gave He-Man like the classic toy-inspired head, not the Origins head or the early Origins head. So that's a nice touch. That's a good call. He's got the power sword here, which is painted in like a metallic silver. I mean, that's pretty nice. All in all, the paint deco on these is really impressive for a tiny little minifigure at the dollar store. These really do feel like they're painted a lot better than most dollar store figures that I can recall in recent years. And there's Man-at-Arms there, complete with the mustache. It's funny because it kind of looks like the vintage-inspired face, but the mustache is painted on. He's got his club in his hand there. And then Orko is gigantic because he's way out of scale. He just looks so big compared to everybody. But he's awesome. You can tell he's inspired by the Origins figure. He's got a very cartoony look to him there. He's very brightly colored. You can see he's just got like this staff that's the same color as his body to kind of mimic the flight, but it's very sturdy. Like I said, these figures feel really sturdy. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm really impressed with these. I think these are really solid little minifigures, especially for only $1. That's pretty sweet. And these things really reminded me right out the gate. As soon as I saw them, they reminded me of the little minifigures here from the 2000X era. Do you guys remember these? So this was the Skeletor. When that line launched back in 2002, they released these minifigures, and these things were like $3 or $4 a piece, I think, maybe $3.99 a piece. And they definitely have a lot more paint detail on there. But I mean, look at even the face on that. It's not painted very cleanly. So, I mean, looking at these side by side, it's really impressive that we're getting these at the Dollar Tree in 2021, and they look so good. I'm pretty impressed by them. The other thing that's pretty neat is that we're getting so many different figures for Masters of the Universe, and there's so many minis already. I mean, it's crazy that Mattel is giving us such a selection of different minifigures, all in different styles. I mean, they're really going all out with Masters of the Universe right now. It's pretty bananas, if you ask me, that we've got so many different Masters of the Universe action figures available. But there you go. There's really not much else to say about them, but they're very cool. If they look like something that you would enjoy, I would definitely recommend hitting up your dollar store. I mean, you'll walk out of there with the full set for $5, and they are very cool little figures. They're great little desk mates or something like that. Pretty sweet little figures. So thank you guys so very much for watching this fun little video, and until next time.
The Toys of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is available for pre-order now. This official guidebook is published by Dark Horse Books and features over 750 pages of photos and information on your favorite He-Man and She-Ra action figures. And don't miss out on the exclusive bundle pack available for pre-order now from PowerCon. This bundle includes the official guide as well as an exclusive character guide supplement that you won't be able to buy anywhere else. Don't miss out. You have the power.